I really want some trees in here. There we go. Some trees around these areas, because this isn't going to have anything build as such. And it just look prettier. Like that. Yeah, there we go. Let's make sure that this is all high density as well. So I'm just going to sweep this area. Make sure that it's all being built in. This is the only problem with using these different roads, is it messes with the plots and makes them a little bit weird, but it should be fine. Yeah, so I'm not going to focus on that area anymore. We are losing a bit of money, but that should be fine. Hopefully things will grow. So if I lower taxes to try and help things grow a little bit better. In fact, let's keep high taxes on the industry. Let's just take stock. These places here have not enough buyers of their products, which is a bit annoying. Oh goodness, this doesn't have water, which they should. As this is just like the earlobe of this area, I'm just going to fill it in like that, and not do the typical grid thing. And there we go. So yeah, we're going to have to wait for that to play through. We've taken out practically all of our commercial in one foul swoop by accident, but it should be fine. Like, we should have a lot of growth in these areas. So don't worry about it too much. And these roads are still really busy. And it's all to go the same way, which is causing a lot of traffic to back up along here. That's another thing that I noticed with my time lapse. But never mind. So yeah, I'm going to call it there. This has been City Skylines Open Plains. If you've enjoyed watching, then please help me out with a like, a follow, a subscribe, a comment. Just get involved with the community. Let us know what you're thinking. If you like that we are filling in these areas down here, and to be honest, I need to do something down here with this residential area and things. Possibly even... Oh, that's the only worry now, is electricity won't be able to necessarily get to where the buildings are. But it looks like it's coping fine for the moment. Water is all sorted. Heating is well and truly sorted. Poop we need to worry about a little bit, but I won't bother with it for now. It's fine as is. We have a hell of a lot of poop treatment, so sewage treatment, so we don't need to worry. This still needs power. How did I not forget that? How did I forget that even? There we go. Now that bus depot should be in use, and that should service this entire area, which is great. Need to use some more buses, really. I need to get them running throughout this area a little bit better. Do I have buses? I have buses here. So the bus depot here is a good idea. And the bus depot down here, because there's so many different lines, is a good idea. How is this area down here doing? Wow, we have a lot of people waiting to go. Where are they going? It won't tell me. But all of these people are going to work in this area, which is great. I didn't even realise that I could build a bus hub on its own. I didn't realise that I could just do that, which is a bit annoying because it would have been better to build one. But it costs 65,000. I can't believe it costs so much. So yeah, things are... Wow, that is a hell of a lot of people. How do I find out? So this bus line, it's yellow. How many passengers a week? It says that it's got 9 passengers a week, but that's blatantly wrong, because look at all of these. If we just put it on to 3-speed, here comes one of those buses. 30 people. If we follow this bus, so it's going to go all the way down to the bottom, and this slightly off-colour yellow bus, so orange I think it is, will probably go before it. There we go, it's gone down there. So this is going to collect the 30 people, and yet somehow it says that this line only does 7 passengers a week. That can't be right, because look at all these passengers. I don't know. But yeah, that's going to go to where it needs to go, which is good. All this traffic still coming down from this area, which is frustrating for me because I've just put in this junction and it's busier. It's definitely busier than it was before, which is nice to see. But yeah, it's just not getting used as much, which is a little bit annoying. This road is still the busiest, even though it just can't handle it. It just can't deal with all the demand that it has. So we're going to put in the highway from here and along here. Hopefully this highway will serve as a better route than this, and we just need the industry and all the traffic that's already stuck in the line to realise that, and then it should clear through. So yeah, that should help that out. Where are these guys going? Biofuel bus. Cool. Oh, let's look into city statistics. So we haven't looked at this before, but population is holding at about 130 odd thousand. We have had sort of a little bit of death problems come in. So what's influx? Citizens moving into the city. So a lot more people are moving into the city now than they were before, which is great. Birth rate is getting very high. Death rate is a little bit lower. As long as the birth rate to death rate is higher, that's the important thing. We don't want people to die and not be replaced. So if we look at employment employment percentage is fairly high. It did go quite low earlier on, and it looks like it's going into another dip, but that's fine. Available jobs is quite high as well. What's population change? So if we look at population changes, birth rate, it's nothing compared to the big numbers, which is a bit annoying. What about prisoners? Okay, so city treasury. Our money was a lot higher way back when, but it's grown quite a bit to where it is at the moment from where it was before. So that's the main thing. We went pretty close to bankruptcy down here, and I'm glad that we didn't. So city budget-wise, this is quite good, I think. It means that we're bringing in... There's no... These axes aren't labelled, so I don't really know what this is, whether this is income per week or what, I don't know. City value. The city value is quite high at like almost 25 million. Taxation, population change, we've already looked at. Influx, we've already looked at. Birth rate is higher than death rate, which is the important thing, and influx is up. Employment is pretty high. Available jobs as well is pretty high. It's gone down a little bit, but that's probably because we've just taken out that commercial sector on the riverfront. Education levels, they're all at 1.9, whatever this means. It did just come up with something. Education levels, 1.935. Okay, so that must mean, I don't know whether 2 is good or something. But then again, you don't want to have you don't want everyone to be really well educated, because then you won't have people to do the lower end jobs. But I do have a mod on, I believe, that will allow people who are higher educated to do lower end jobs. If they need a job and they're looking for a job, they'll do the job, which is the main thing. Tourists, it's growing, but it's still got a ways to come. Tourists' tax income, we were higher before, but that was just a peak. Happiness is pretty high. Residential zoning, 40,000, whatever that means, 40,000 squares maybe. Commercial zoning, 20,000. That's gone down. Why has it gone down? Is that how much commercial zone must be built? Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And then industrial zone, it's going down, but it's still a lot higher than it's ever been. Office zoning, fairly high. In fact, the industrial zone going down may be something to do with the taxes being put on. Residential zone is still growing, so that's the main thing. Cyclists, we've got about 750 cyclists. It's good to know. Disasters, we've had some. Casualties from disasters, we had 54 people die back in like 2044. So that was terrible, but these things happen. Destroyed road segments. There we go. We got rid of that destroyed road segment, and now we're at 0, which is good. Okay, so if we turn everything on just to have a look at the pretty graph, because why the hell not? There should be a turn on all button, because this is silly. And of course, everything's taken out by the city value. So let's just turn off city value and city treasury for now, and we can have a look at some pretty graphs with some lines going in different directions. Anyway, this has been Open Plains. It carried on a little bit there where it probably shouldn't have, but I hope you've enjoyed watching. And until next time, have a good one.